Hell's Angel's daughter noticed the waitress's bruises. What she did next shocked everyone. The rain fell soft but steady over the winding mountain highway, turning the pavement into a glistening black ribbon beneath the rumble of Harley-Davidsons. Among them rode Rooster, a grizzled, tattooed Hell's Angel with a reputation as hard as the steel he rode. But tucked safely behind him, wrapped in her own leather jacket far too big for her tiny frame, was his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. They pulled into a quiet roadside diner, Maggie's Corner, its neon sign flickering like a heartbeat refusing to quit. Inside, the air smelled of coffee, bacon, and worn vinyl booths. Lily slid off the bike with practiced ease, her boots hitting the ground with a soft thud. She held her father's hand as they entered, her eyes wide with the quiet curiosity only children possess. That's when she saw her. Behind the counter stood a young waitress named Sarah, mid-20s, with tired eyes and a smile that didn't reach them. As she poured coffee for a trucker in the corner, her sleeve slipped slightly, revealing a bruise dark as storm clouds against her pale skin. Most people didn't notice, or if they did, they pretended not to. But Lily saw. And in that moment, something deep inside her, something fierce and tender, woke up. She tugged her dad's sleeve. "Daddy, why does that lady look scared?" Rooster followed her gaze. His jaw tightened. He'd seen that look before, on women who'd been broken in silence. He didn't say a word, just nodded and led Lily to a booth by the window. Throughout their meal, Lily watched Sarah, the way her hands shook as she refilled their water glasses, how she flinched every time the front door opened, how she avoided eye contact, as if making one might summon something terrible. After they finished eating, Lily insisted on paying at the register herself. She walked up slowly, clutching her crumpled dollar bills, and looked up at Sarah with eyes full of unspoken understanding. "Are you okay?" she whispered. Sarah froze. Tears welled up, but she blinked them away with practiced speed. "I'm fine, sweetheart, just clumsy." But Lily wasn't fooled. "My mom used to be clumsy too. Then she left." Sarah's breath hitched. For the first time in weeks, someone had seen her. Not just the uniform, not just the service, but her. Back at the booth, Lily leaned close to her father. "Daddy, she's not okay. Someone's hurting her." Rooster's silence said everything. He'd spent years riding with the Hell's Angels, not for violence, but for brotherhood, loyalty, and protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. And tonight, his daughter had just handed him a mission. Just then, the diner door slammed open. Cold wind rushed in, and with it, a man. Tall, angry, eyes bloodshot. His jacket reeked of whiskey and rage. Sarah went pale. Her tray clattered to the floor. "Sarah," the man barked, "get your ass home. You're late again." The diner fell silent. Even the jukebox seemed to hold its breath. Lily gripped her father's hand tighter. But before the man could take another step, a low, steady voice cut through the air. "Stand down." Rooster stood, not with fists raised, but with presence, calm, command. The man sneered. "Who the hell are you?" "I'm the man who's about to make sure you never lay a hand on her again." In seconds, the other bikers at nearby tables rose, silent, united, a wall of leather and loyalty. The man, suddenly outnumbered and outmatched, took a step back. "You don't know what you're messing with," he hissed. "I know exactly what I'm looking at, and I've buried men like you before breakfast." But then, something unexpected happened. Lily stepped forward. She walked right up to Sarah, took her trembling hand, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "You don't have to go back. We'll stay with you." Tears spilled freely down Sarah's cheeks. She dropped to her knees and wrapped her arms around Lily, sobbing like someone finally allowed to breathe after drowning. The man stared, stunned not by the threat of violence, but by the raw humanity unfolding before him. For the first time, he saw what he'd done, through the eyes of a child. He turned and walked out, defeated not by force, but by shame. The diner exhaled. Rooster knelt beside Lily and Sarah. "We're not leaving you here tonight. Not ever, if you don't want us to." Later that night, Sarah sat in the back of Rooster's truck, wrapped in a blanket, with Lily asleep against her shoulder. They drove to a women's shelter an hour away, one Rooster's chapter had quietly funded for years. Safe, warm, free. And as the rain let up and dawn began to paint the sky in soft golds and pinks, something beautiful happened. Hope returned. Because sometimes heroes don't wear capes, they wear leather jackets or pigtails. This story is a reminder that courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a little girl asking, "Are you okay?" when no one else will. And sometimes it's a group of bikers choosing kindness over chaos. If this story moved you, if it reminded you that goodness still exists in unexpected places, please like, comment, and share to spread hope. Subscribe for more emotional, cinematic stories that touch the soul. And tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? Because no one should ever suffer in silence, and everyone deserves someone who sees them. Thanks for watching.